Thanks a lot, guys. My name is Terry LaFrance. I've got some photography here. I've been shooting photos in either film. I just kind of got into digital recently. My original photo interest, I guess, was trains. I've always loved trains since I was a little kid. Don't know why. It's just one of those things. And I got into photojournalism in high school, and mainly that was what I shot for a long time. Although I expressed, some creative bents outside of that for a long time. But for the last year or so, I was dating an artist, and some of her work is behind me over the left here. I took a picture of her. So my inspiration has kind of expanded somewhat, and having been here, and then with the digital camera, I just got one of those. I can see my results a lot faster, and I've been having a lot of fun with that. And some of this stuff that I shot was just playing around with the camera brand new, and I just liked the way it looked, and decided to put it in the show. The stuff on my right is a locomotive that I shot over on 23rd Street. It's just all close-ups. This is the steps of the locomotive. I shot 2 or 3 different shots of that. I like the geometric pattern. It really appealed to me. And then I like industrial, heavy-looking items. I really appreciate other artists who work in that medium with metal and things like that, so that's kind of my way of getting into that. The out of service, I thought that was kind of an interesting, just something that caught my eye. Behind me is Deshawn, you met before. That's her work table. So I call this the art mill, because that's what she was working on, was her art at the time, and I just snapped a photo of it. Same thing here. I found this scent thing laying at Walmart and threw it on the table for some of her projects, so that's why I have artistic sense on that. And then off over here, some of the more train-oriented things I just saw that I liked. The emergency fuel trip I thought was very timely with the $3 a gallon gas. I thought that was just very much a statement for the times as far as our economic situation. I've had several people ask me about the old news photo. Did I put that there? I walked up and saw that, and it was just something that caught my eye because the paper was still readable. You could still see what the headline was, and it seemed such a contrast between the industrial railroad scene and the newspaper sports headline. I just like that. And then the far photo is another one of Deshawn's. It's her bulletin board. Hank is her dog, and she's done a lot of paintings of the dog. And the thing I liked about it was there's the picture of the dog, and then she's got that little sign there that says, pork chop tree. I thought, dog and pork chop tree, what a great connection. So that's really the kind of the basis behind all of these. Well, I've always been a fan of Ansel Adams, but who of us hasn't been? But just his nature for talking about. The thing I always appreciated about him is the level of detail that he gets into, not what's in the photo, but if you blow up one of his pictures, it's still got tight grain. Of course, he used a large format camera, but just the quality of what he did for so many years. There's a gentleman that used to live in Edmond that I knew when I was in high school who shot trains back in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, and he's fairly well known around that community. And his work inspired me as a youngster.